Hi there, I'm Mike Coe, and I'm trying to address your open interest. If you have a question, comment, or concern, you'd like me to respond to it with a video like this one, please send me a tweet at Michael_Coe, and I will try to respond to it. So a viewer who watched our show on Friday, November 19th, was making an observation about the trade that we did in the B block, which was a bullish trade in Generac, and we were providing a couple examples there of some trades and wanted to know the specifics of the strikes that we were using, the prices, calls, puts, that sort of thing. So let's just take a quick peek here. The first thing I was doing really was comparing the use of a call spread to a slightly more nuanced structure, a call spread risk reversal. Let's take a look at the call spread first. In this example, I was looking at the February 450, 490 call spread. You can see in this example that we would be spending $29.25 for the 450 calls as of Friday's closing prices and selling the February 490 calls at $15.60. That would result in a net debit of $13.65 a share, $1,365, since the options represent 100 shares in this case, as they usually do. And what you'll observe is that, of course, with a call spread, the stock needs to rise above the strike that you bought by at least the total amount of premium spent on the trade by expiration, in this case in February. So the stock must rise, in this case, above 463.65 to see profits. So that would be an increase of, give or take, about $30 from the current $434 stock price. Now, let's also just quickly take a look here at how that trade would behave through time. So the red zone here indicates where you would see losses. The green zone indicates where you would see profits, obviously. Where it's in the blue region, that's basically no profits or losses during that period. You'll notice that the red zone increases because as expiration approaches, it becomes more and more critical that the stock is higher because we're experiencing decay. This was a debit spread. Now let's contrast that with trading the call spread risk reversal instead. So in this situation, you would still buy that call spread, but we would add a new leg. In this case, I was looking at selling the February 380 put. You would collect about $14.45. Selected that put for a couple of reasons, but the most obvious of these is that essentially offsets the premium that one would be spending to purchase the upside call spread. So now basically you own the call spread, but you had no net outlay. So we just need it to be above that 450 strike call. Now also, because we collected some premium, the total profits that you can collect is larger. So whereas before you would be spending just under $14 on a $40 spread, that means your maximum profit's about $26. If you own that same $40 call spread, but you've now laid out no net premium, the total trade could be worth as much as $4,000. Of course, there is a trade-off. What is the trade-off? The trade-off is that if you sell that 380 put, you may have the stock put to you. You may be compelled to purchase it at that $380 strike price. But I would point out that the total amount of risk being taken in this trade, while considerably higher in terms of max loss, should the stock go to zero, than buying the call spread, it's still lower than actually buying the shares outright right now. Why is that? Because if you sell that put or put the stock at $380 a share, you're purchasing it at a lower stock price. So the total amount of risk is now $380 a share instead of $434, the current stock price. So these are the kinds of trade-offs that you ought to consider. This improves the probability of profit. It reduces the probability of loss. It does increase the maximum possible loss, but you only experience that maximum possible loss if the stock goes to zero. And of course, that's a relatively low probability. It's not an impossibility, but it's a pretty low probability. I hope that helps answer your question. Anybody else, if you have a question, comment, or concern, you want me to address it, please send me a tweet at Michael_Coe. If you liked the content, please consider subscribing to the Open Interest YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/open interest. And of course, you can also follow or tweet me at Michael_Coe, or go to our website, www www.openinterest.pro. Thanks for watching.